Hey guys, it's Sam with 2M's and welcome to this MYXclusive interview. I hope you're all doing okay and staying safe on this beautiful Wednesday. But in just a bit, I will be having a very special guest who will be joining me, and she is a multi-talented artist whose newest song, Miss You, Miss Me, has reached millions of streams across all platforms and has been charting on Spotify's viral charts in Indonesia, Malaysia, and of course, the Philippines. So today we're going to be catching up with her, how she's been these last couple of weeks, also maybe in the past year, all of that, but also we'll be talking about her music. So everyone, please welcome to MYXclusive, Just Stef. Woo!
Hi.
Hi, Stef.
How are you?
Thank you for joining us. I'm good. Thank you for asking. We're so excited to have you here because, like I said in my intro, Miss You, Miss Me has been doing amazing here in the Philippines. But before we talk about the music, how have you been these days? How's life?
It's been a little hectic, to be honest, after that song came out. But I think it's really a good thing. I think I'm learning a lot of stuff, and it's been an incredible journey as of right now.
Oh, that's good to hear. I mean, a lot of people will feel a lot overwhelmed, which I'm sure you sometimes feel also every now and then. But to have you have this kind of like grateful attitude towards everything, I think it's always nice to hear. But aside from music, of course, what else have you been up to these days? I know it can be a little hectic, a little bit crazy. But just stuff. Like, what are the things that you do on your own personal time that kind of helps you kind of relax and stuff like that, especially with everything going on nowadays?
Well, I think the basics is just kind of spending time with my family or being able to read if I want to have like some downtime, kind of writing on my own, or I think it's mostly just spending time with my friends and family. I think is a lot to do with my downtime, which is the only way like I can relax and kind of get my mind off of work. And I think that's like the main thing I do.
Yeah, I mean, that's so true. Like surrounding yourself with your friends and family is always a good way to like unwind and like have conversations with other people that aren't like work related, right? So that's cool to hear that you're able to spend more time with them, especially during this time, because I'm sure you've been really busy, obviously with the music, also on TikTok. Like it's a lot, right? So how's that been for you, Stef? Kind of just like dissecting everything and taking it in, like everything that's happened to you in the past maybe year and a
half. It has, I mean, at times it's been overwhelming, but I'm so grateful for everything that's happened. I think I'm learning a lot. And I sometimes feel like an airhead, but it's fine. I think honestly, it just takes some time to learn everything that I need to do, and going into the studios, and obviously with the whole COVID thing, going on Zoom and then doing the sessions through Zoom is also a little difficult. But I think it's awesome that there's still a way to connect with other people through, like right now, like through the screen, and I think that's awesome also. But yeah, it hasn't been easy, but it has its pros and cons.
I'm sure. I mean, I feel like we all feel like airheads too every now and then, if you know what I mean. Kind of like, I don't really understand what's going on, but we're just gonna roll with it, which is totally normal, especially now with everything going on. And you said you've been learning a lot through this process, right, of doing many different things nowadays. So what would you say, Stef, was like something new you learned about yourself, like that kind of surprised you, maybe you never thought you could do, or you never thought you would do, that kind of surprised you in the last maybe year and a half too?
honest, because I know on TikTok I do a lot of POVs and acting.
Yeah. Mhm.
When it came to shooting the music video for Miss You Miss Me,
Mhm.
I honestly thought that it was gonna go just like worse than I thought it went. Because I have like my anxiety, and I felt like
Mhm.
honestly like I would choke, or that it wouldn't feel
Mhm.
natural to me, or that it wasn't gonna go smoothly. So I had
Mhm.
all these different thoughts going on in my head. But when we did the music video, we went through it, and it kind of felt like a natural state for me. And I think it's because of the fact that I do TikTok, and the content that I post there has a
Yeah.
lot to do with like acting and, the
Mhm.
expressions and the POV. So
Mhm.
kind of getting into that character for the Miss You Miss Me music video
Mhm.
was, it kind of was just natural. So it,
Mhm.
yeah, I think that kind of surprised me a little bit. I thought
Mhm.
I would have done a little less better.
Yeah, I can imagine too, because I mean, obviously TikTok and making a music video is a little bit different in the kind of like medium that it is, but at least you kind of had that practice, I guess, from TikTok that kind of really helped you out with the music video. But yeah, I've seen your TikToks too. Like I see you on my FYP quite often, and I see like of course like the POVs that you make and all of the acting like content that you make. But when it comes to music, like was this always something that you wanted to do, like to become an artist and create your own songs?
Honestly, ever since I was little,
Mm-hmm.
I loved singing, and I loved dancing, and I
Mm-hmm.
loved music. My family's from Argentina, so the
Mm-hmm.
music I would listen to was
Oh.
cumbia and cuarteto, which is a little
Mm-hmm.
different. But growing up, I mean, I always loved singing, but I never in my head thought that this was possible. So I kind of
Mm-hmm.
limited myself in a way of thinking that it was just like too far-fetched, basically, the
Mm-hmm.
dream. And I kind of just went to school, got my, I was focused in school, and I kept changing my careers because I didn't know what to do, and I
Mm-hmm.
loved doing this and that. But when I had moved to Florida like 3 years ago, when I started TikTok, I think it kind of all came together, and slowly it started fitting in my head that, it is possible. And, it's something you learn, and it's an incredible journey.
Yeah, that is crazy. Like at first, kind of putting it aside and being like, okay, maybe not now, but like it's really happening now. Like it's
Yeah.
really so cool how you're kind of able to kind of put it aside for at that time, and then now it just really kind of came back naturally too. It didn't really kind of force itself
Yeah.
into your life, and that's so exciting because that means you can do so much with your music too. But I also do want to ask, of course, like as an artist, you have to pick like an artist name, right? So I want to know, like, why did you choose Just Stef as kind of like your artist name?
Um, so this is a kind of back and forth, because I remember coming up
Yeah.
with the first name, which was like my middle name.
Mm-hmm.
But then I guess with TikTok, I had the I am just Stef
Yeah.
as my name.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about it, and it just kind of made sense, because I always felt like how I told you when I was little, it was kind of like a dream that was far-fetched for me.
Yeah.
And I've always felt just very like I loved singing, and I always thought, you know what, like there are better people out there. There are better singers.
Mm-hmm.
There's better this, there's better that. And so I always felt very like, again, my mind was just very limited. So
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to my name, it's just kind of like, it's just me. It's not really like this huge, like, I don't know how to explain it. I think
Yeah.
hopefully it makes sense, but it's just like, it's just me, like we're all individual people. And I think that's what makes us human. So it's just, you know.
The stuff. I love that. No, I mean, I totally get what you mean. Like, I mean, this is who you are, and it's like you want to share yourself with obviously other people, the talents that you have. And I love that it's just stuff, but it's very impactful too at the same time because it's stuff. Like, I don't know if that makes sense too. I feel like
Yes.
that just you saying it,
Yeah.
but yeah, like that's how I kind of saw it as well. So I love that you're able to stick with that too and kind of like make it seamlessly also your music kind of artist name. But you said you grew up around a lot of music, being from an Argentinian family, you had a lot of musical influences too. But when it comes to your music stuff, like is there certain kind of music that you want to make or like the kind of music that you want to share with others?
Yeah, recently it's been a
Mhm.
lot of just, pop culture, like Dua
Mhm,
Lipa,
mhm.
Charlie Puth kind
Yeah.
of vibes,
Mhm.
which I think I they inspire me with my music because it's I love the concept of their songs are not, very upbeat. It can be like a sad story and still be an upbeat song. And I think that's what I love about it most, because it's kind of finding the good in the bad situations, which I love. But I haven't done a ballad yet, which I've been kind of excited to do because I've been thinking about it recently. But yeah, I think that's what I want in my music, and I think the ballad is going to be a little exciting to do. So.
Yeah, that is really exciting. I mean, I can't wait to hear a ballad coming from you, especially after Miss You, Miss Me, which is a very it's like very upbeat too. And it's very such a vibe. So this would also be a great way to kind of showcase the kind of versatility that you want to do with your music. But before we get excited about obviously the ballad that you want to do, let's talk about your current single, which is Miss You, Miss Me, which is doing amazing all around the world, especially here in the Philippines. But can you tell us more, Steph, about what this is actually about?
So personally for me, I got connected to the song because when I had moved to Florida 3 years ago, I was going through a rough breakup. And in the beginning stages of when you break up with someone or you're broken up with someone, you tend to, go back and reminisce over the days when you guys were together and miss them. And you're kind of skeptical and hesitant on whether or not they're missing you. So I related to that song a lot. And I felt like people who would listen to that song would also relate to it, which is the most important thing for me. So it kind of just has to do with missing someone. And after reminiscing through that, kind of just not knowing and kind of going for it and saying it.
I feel like a lot of people can relate to that too. I mean, that doesn't necessarily have to be heartbreak, but kind of with the whole COVID situation, people were separated, you can't see a lot of people during that time too. So I feel like this is such a great song for everyone to relate to, but also to dance to. I feel like it's very upbeat, like I keep saying. It's such a vibe. Like when you previewed it on TikTok, everyone was like, oh my God, just release this song. Like everyone was so excited about it. It's such an amazing song. So what was it like actually, Steph, creating the song and recording it and all of that, especially with obviously your experience in mind and then kind of it conveying that through the song?
Yeah. Well, in Florida, because I'm in LA right now, but when I had recorded the song, I had done it from home in my mic and I was comping it. And I think it's just, grabbing that emotional part of the song and kind of putting it into the music itself. Which I know there was a part in the song where a lot of people loved, which was the "Had a Dream About You Last Night, Woke Up My Stomach Hurt," and they loved the way I sang "Hurt" in that section. And I think again, I think it's the fact that when I was singing the song, I was looking back and kind of connecting my emotions to the song. So I think that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I love the kind of attitude, but also kind of emotion that you brought to the song. I mean, because it's such a fun song, like I keep saying, and it's very addictive. Like a lot of people, even in the comments of the music video, are like, "Oh my God, I can't get this song out of my head. I'm addicted to it." Even someone even shared her teacher or his teacher was obsessed with the song when he heard it. So which I thought was so cool. It's just amazing. So how does that feel? Stuff people all around the world have been listening to your song, even from where I'm from, and people who you've never even met before are really relating to the song and are obsessed with your newest single.
I think it's mind blowing. I think yeah, I mean, I didn't expect it. I know on TikTok, I do a lot of random videos, I do my POVs, but to put a song out and have people relate to it and feel like it means something to people, I think that's the more emotional side of it. But I think it's incredible that even, because I know it reached to Southeast Asia, and I think that's because I did not expect it at all. I knew, I was going to get some streams and, but seeing that it opened up a whole different door in a whole different part of the world, I think that's it's amazing, and honestly, it's just mind blowing. I think that's the word I'm gonna go for.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's like hard to fathom, you know what I mean? Kind of like that part of the world to like our part of the world. Open up a whole new audience too for you when it comes to your music, which makes us so excited for everything that you have going on. But before we talk more about the future for Just Stuff, I do want to talk about the music video too, because the music video was a lot of fun. It felt like, you know, very natural to you. So where did the idea for the music video actually come from? Like, was that something that you thought of for the song, or what was it like creating the concept for the music video?
So I wanted a concept like towards the end, because I kind of Selena Gomez kind of music videos inspired me a
Yeah.
little bit. So the ending was a little, you know, like what just happened, you
Yeah.
know. So the video itself is just like, you know, I'm missing him, and I go to his apartment and I start knocking, and I'm like, "Do you miss me?" And I go in there and I start trashing the place, and I'm like, you know what, you know, I'm gonna do me. And towards the end of the video, I kind of wanted it to be a little different. So obviously he didn't know that I had gone into his apartment, and he was just, what are you doing here? So I think that concept itself was some, yeah.
Yeah, I was really like, I got shocked too. I was like, oh my God, like what just happened right now? So, it's such a good plot twist. You know what I mean? You're just like, oh, like it seemed like so much fun. Like kind of you're just like going around, right? Like
Yeah.
just having the time of your life. And then you're just like, whoa, like I wasn't expecting that at all. And I feel like a lot of people also felt that way. So to everyone watching, if you haven't checked it out yet, make sure to check out Just Stef's newest single. It's called Miss You, Miss Me. And you can also check out its music video. It's really a trip, you guys. So make sure to check that out. But after this, I'm sure a lot of people too are so excited for everything that you have going on, Steph. So what else can we look forward to coming from you?
Well, I have a new single that'll be coming out, and it's called Liar Liar. And that one is also based off the rough breakup that I was going through when I moved to Florida, and, you know, when I started TikTok. And through that year or two that I was, you know, getting over it, and, you know, I was very emotional, and I was like, questioning everything. So that song has a lot to do with the breakup, but it's also a very upbeat song, so kind of finding the good and the bad kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's about that, and I'm like super excited for it to come out, because I feel like I'm just very I feel like I'm like grasping that song in my heart. I'm like, I love this song. So I'm really excited to share it, and I'm excited for the music video and everything for it.
Oh, that sounds so exciting, especially after Miss You, Miss Me. I feel like people are even more excited to hear like songs coming from you. So to hear that you already have one ready to go and we can expect it soon is so exciting. So we obviously can't wait. And you said that, you know, it's kind of like dealing with that heartbreak, but also it's still upbeat. So I like that you said, you know, dealing with the good and the bad of everything. I feel like it's something that we all need right now. So we can't wait for that. We can't wait for Liar Liar. But for now, we'll obviously savor Miss You, Miss Me, which is your latest single. But before I do let you go, Steph, do you have a message to all your Filipino fans who are loving your music, excited for your music, and also can't wait for you to come when the time is right to the Philippines?
I just want to say thank you. Like I'm so grateful. And again, it was so unexpected, which I think is a, you know, a really good thing. I think I feel like I'm always limiting my mind. So I think it's incredible to see that, and be able to kind of open up a different door in my mind also, because I'm also trying to learn a little bit of the language, you know, so I'm ready whenever I go out there, and I'm really excited to meet everyone. So I'm just really grateful, to be honest. I think that's what it is.
And we're grateful, Steph, that you're able to release music and still create content. You know, it's so hard to do anything these days, but you're still being able to do all of that. So we thank you for your music as well. But to everyone tuning in, if you haven't yet, make sure to listen to Just Steph's newest single. It's called Miss You, Miss Me. It's available on multiple digital streaming platforms, and you guys can check out the music video on YouTube as well. But thank you so much, Just Steph, for joining us today. Thank you. We can't wait for when you get to come to the Philippines in the future. But for now, we will savor all of your music online. But thank you to everyone who tuned in as well. And thank you once again, Steph, for joining us.
Thank you.
This has been Sam with two Ums and just Steph. Thank you, guys.